Do you like beans and you trying to figure out the best way to grow them? Well, today I'm gonna be showing you the best way that you can grow you some garden beans. Look at all these pintos. Yo, you already know, man, it's Nature Water Fishing. You know we gotta do it like this. All right, y'all, so today, y'all, we gonna be diving into my beans. So I've been trying to figure out the best way to grow you some garden beans, y'all. So last year, I tried to grow some garden beans in 5-gallon grow bags, and it was doing well. But the only thing about the 5-gallon grow bags, you have to stay on top of the waterings. If you don't stay on top of your waterings, your plants or your beans will dry out. And that's what ended up happening to me because I forgot to water my beans. And when I tried to come back to water my beans, they was done diddy. They was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I had to try to figure out the best technique and the best method to try to grow me some garden beans. And I think I cracked the code, y'all. So what I ended up doing was building these planter boxes with this trellis on the top so the beans could flourish out and just grow all on the trellis, you know what I'm saying, with their vines. And ever since I built this and I've been growing my beans in here, bro, they've been flourishing out and taking off. So today, y'all, I'm gonna be showing you my garden beans and I'm gonna be teaching you how I grow them. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, y'all, so let's come over here. So over here is my garden beans, and these particular beans are pinto beans. So y'all, this is the planter box that I built for my beans, y'all. And ever since I put my beans in this planter box, y'all, they've been taking off. I even added a trellis, you know what I'm saying, on it. So I got some wood stakes and I just basically built my own little trellis. And I did the same thing down there with them garden beans. Them are my black beans down here. And I try to build the trellis because beans like growing in like vines. They start growing in like a little bush and then they start sending out all of these little vines. Y'all can see that it's some beans shooting out right here. And we got loads of them down here. So they'll start off, you know what I'm saying, like a little bush, and then they start shooting out all these vines. So what I did was build like a little trellis. I had some rope and stuff hanging and dangling, and what the vines started doing was attaching themselves to the rope and then just start growing and taking off crazy. But see, beans don't need that much to grow, y'all. Like, you probably thinking you need all this fertilizer, you need all of this nutrients. No, bro. You can get some plain old garden soil, or you can get some regular organic soil, plant them in your build you a planter box, plant them in a planter box, y'all, and they would just take off and flourish out like that. Not saying you, if you don't put nutrients in it, it won't take off and grow more beans and stuff, but you will get more leaves than anything. See, beans actually supply nitrogen inside the soil itself. So beans don't actually need nitrogen. You know what I'm saying? They actually supply nitrogen, and you know what I'm saying, and put it back in the soil for other crops or other things that you will be growing in, you know what I'm saying, that soil. So it actually basically, you know what I'm saying, be beneficial to grow beans, you know what I'm saying, next to other crops and stuff because they supply nitrogen, you know what I'm saying, to the soil. And, you know what I'm saying, your, oh, bug just flew on me, and your plants will be able to benefit off of it. So beans don't really need that much to really grow, bro. They just need probably like 6 to 8 hours of sunlight, need some nice, good, moist soil, and they gonna take off just like this. They gonna take off just like this. Look at all of these pintos, y'all. And soon it's about to be soon to harvest these things, as y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? They podding up, they swelling up. We got a whole bunch of garden beans, y'all. So these right here are the pintos. So let's go down here and check out the blacks. All right, y'all. So these are my black beans. And as you can see, they going off, but they not going off like the pintos. It seems like black beans take their time to grow, but when they grow, they show. Like, look at them beans starting to come. And we got some down here. We got a lot of them down here coming through. But it seemed like black beans take their time to grow. You know what I'm saying? I always get more pinto beans than black beans. But as you can see, I built the same type of planter box for my black beans, just like my pinto beans. And I'm telling y'all, I feel like this is the best way that you could grow your beans. And I separated them so I could be able to know which is which, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about building like some more, probably had one on the backside, build another planter box, you know what I'm saying? Had one on the backside and grow some other type beans and stuff. But as you can see, you know what I'm saying, it's taking off. I built a little trellis for them. They all gripping on the or they attaching themselves to the rope and all of that stuff. So you see that's going well. they starting to stretch out and all of that. And like I said, bro, you don't need to add that much fertilizer. Or you don't really need to add fertilizer at all to your beans. Now, if you want to keep your beans going and flourishing out, yeah, you want to just add a little, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit. But they don't need, you know what I'm saying, no fertilizer, bro. They supply nitrogen in the soil they self. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to grow beans next to other crops, because other crops can can benefit off, I can't even get it out, can benefit off the beans, you know what I'm saying, by the beans putting nitrogen in the soil. So yeah, y'all, these are my black beans and they is taking off, bro. Look at them things. You think about growing beans, man, like I always say, put it in the dirt and let nature go to work. But look at these beans, man. They is flourishing out. And see, beans like warmer weather, you know what I'm saying? And just moist soil. They don't like that much fertilizer. You could, you know what I'm saying, put just a little bit fertilizer, probably like some blood meal and a little bit bone meal just to keep them going, you know what I'm saying? Because they are going to deplete the soil just a little bit, but they still going to be supplying the soil too with nitrogen. So you don't really need to add that much, man. They just take off by themselves, man. And as you can see, we getting a lot of beans. Now, I am growing another type of beans. They are Royal Burgundy beans, and I try to grow them in this raised garden bed where my cucumbers and I got my onions at. And I'm gonna go over there so you can see. And they not taking off like, you know what I'm saying, my black beans and my pintos. They actually doing uh not they growing, but they doing pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to rerun them back next year and see if I can, you know what I'm saying, get some more bean production out of them. But I'm gonna go over there and take y'all to see, you know what I'm saying, those beans, and they not gonna look nothing like this. So let's go over there and check out our Royal Burgundy beans. This was my first time ever growing them, so it was just a little experiment. But we're gonna run them back next year and try to see, you know what I'm saying, if we could get a big harvest and a lot of production out of them. But let's go over there and check them out. Y'all, so over here is my Royal Burgundy beans, and as you can see, now we getting some production going. You know what I'm saying? We got some beans. Like, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6. You know what I'm saying? Paws going, but as you can see, the jump is not taking off. Like, you know what I'm saying? My black beans and my pinto beans, and I'm thinking because see, cucumber roots grow all over the place. If y'all could see. Look at all of these roots just growing all over the place. So I feel like the cucumbers are really taking over this bed, because I was even looking at my onions and my onions can't even really spread because the cucumbers taking over this bed. So I probably can't really grow nothing else in this bed except for cucumbers, or I'm gonna have to just figure it out another way to grow something in this bed, because it's a lot of room. You see the cucumbers is in the back and it's still like a lot of room up here, but the cucumbers is spreading all over the place. So I'm thinking that's why the beans probably didn't take off. So like I said, I'm gonna probably do the same thing like I did with my pinto beans and black beans. But as you can see, we getting some beans, but there's not a lot of production going on. You know what I'm saying? But this was just a little experiment, you know what I'm saying, to see how many beans, you know what I'm saying, I can get from, you know what I'm saying, this bean plant. And as y'all can see, we only got 7. And then I planted 2 of them. And this is how the second one looking. So as you can see, we only got 2 beans going, and the plant looked chewed up and screwed up. So as y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, the experiment with the second plant did bad. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to try a different way to grow our Royal Burgundy beans. We probably gonna do the same method and the same technique like how we've been growing our pintos and our black beans. But yeah, y'all, we ain't getting nothing on this plant but 2 beans. We got more, you know what I'm saying, over here than over there. So I think it's ready to harvest pretty soon. I'm gonna probably let them sit on here for like 2 more days, you know what I'm saying? Let them swell up a little bit more, and then we gonna harvest them things. But yeah, y'all, these my Royal Burgundy beans that I experimented with. And they look so cool because they purple, y'all. That's cool, man. But yeah, these them Royal Burgundies. Like I said, next year we're gonna try to run it back, man. It was just like a little experiment to see, you know what I'm saying, how the burgundy beans grow in the raised garden bed with the cucumbers and the onions. And as we can see, they ain't really do too good. So we're gonna try to build some more planter boxes, you know what I'm saying, for some more beans so we could be loaded with our beans, because you know beans stay on the shelf life forever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got no food and you got some beans, man, you good. You could grow some and you could eat some. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, beans are not that hard to grow, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could put it in the dirt and let nature go to work. They don't need that much fertilizer. They'll start depleting it just a little bit, but just add just a tiny bit of fertilizer so they could keep, you know what I'm saying, keep rocking out and keep it going. But they gonna, you know what I'm saying, they gonna supply you with so many beans that you can't keep up with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, them beans is taking off. So if you trying to grow you some beans, man, they need some nice moist soil. You know what I'm saying? Nice moist soil, a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight, and put them in like a planter box. Build a planter box, you know what I'm saying? Or put them in like a pot or something. But they need something to attach themselves, you know what I'm saying? So they can start growing their little vines and all of them little, what you call them, attachments. So they can start attaching themselves so they veins can start dangling and stuff. So have some type of trellis or something around them so they can attach themselves to. But other than that, man, I'm telling you, your beans is going to flourish out and they going to love you like you love it. You feel me? But y'all already know, man, it's Nature Water Fish. Y'all know I got to do it like this every single time. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button if you don't want to miss another video, because I know you don't want to miss another video because we've been coming with that fire. We've been coming with that fire. You feel me? But yeah, man, like I always say, put it in the dirt and let nature go to work. You know what I'm saying? And then look, them beans is flourishing out, y'all. Look at all of these beans, man. Got my pintos, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. Got some up here coming, man. So it's about to be time for them to harvest, you know what I'm saying, or be ready for them to get harvest. And then we got our black beans, man, going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Put it in the dirt and let nature go to work. But like I said, hit that like button, that subscribe button so you won't miss another video. And yeah, y'all, this how you grow you some beans. Yes, sir. But y'all already know, I'm mad.